Hello, hello, hello. Hello guys, how are you? It's good afternoon. 1:30 here. I just finished watching a football game between Arsenal and Chelsea. I kind of knew the result beforehand, so I'm not disappointed. I was expecting Arsenal not to be at their best as usual. So yeah, that's one of the things of being an Arsenal fan. Anyway, today I want to talk about um, some offenses that can jeopardize your whole immigration dream, when you travel. It is likely the things I will talk about will be the same in Europe or even in the US or other developed countries when you commit some of these offenses. So this is Choco Millionaire. This is my personal blog and my page where I share my own experiences, my life, my family, what I do privately with you guys. This is not an immigration page. This is also not a real estate or a finance page. Remember, it's a personal page. So if you tune in and you don't like my content, sorry about that. But if you tune in and you enjoy my content, that is fine. So please don't contact me and ask if I give visa or if I give financial certificates and stuff like that. No, I am just a hustler trying to share the little that I know to help people. Okay, so please bear with me on that. Okay. All right. So yeah, that is about it there. All right. Let's go straight to the point. So when you come to Canada, there are three stages. You could come in as a temporary resident, meaning that you are here on a permit or a visa which may expire and you have to renew it or leave the country. Or you may also be a permanent resident. A permanent resident is somebody who is allowed to stay in Canada permanently. The only thing you need to do if you're a permanent resident is to renew your permanent resident card every 5 years. It's just like a driver's license. You see how you renew your driver's license? You renew your permanent resident card every 5 years, right? But technically it means you're allowed to stay in the country for 5 years, for permanently, only to renew it every 5 years. The difference between a permanent resident and a citizen is that you enjoy all the benefits of a citizen, except that you cannot vote. Okay, you can't vote. You can get government jobs. You can get almost anything, except you can't vote. So many of us, when we travel to places like Canada, our dream is to become permanent residents or to become a citizen. Now, here is a catch, guys. Until you become a citizen, it's not safe for you to mess around until you become a citizen. So if you're a permanent residence holder, there are certain things you cannot just mess around and commit certain crimes or offenses. They will bite you and affect your immigration status. So long as you are not yet a citizen, you cannot just mess around committing some of the offenses I'm going to talk about. Many of our colleagues who travel and they get their permanent residence or their temporary residence, their students or their refugees, they may not be aware of some of these things and they may just mess up, and just one action can just bring your whole immigration dream to an end and your journey, meaning that you may either face a jail time here or you may receive a removal order, meaning that the Canada Border Services will have to remove you from the country and deport you and send you back to wherever you came in. So you want to be familiar with this. If you are in Canada and you don't know this, you want to watch this. If you got your visa or you're planning to arrive in Canada, you also want to watch this. It helps you to stay in focus, right? It's to stay on track. I must say that at the time when I was coming to Canada, I didn't know some of these things. It's just because of ignorance. It was me hearing through the news some of the offenses that people committed that I became aware of some of them, right? So you want to make sure you do your own research about what you can do and what you can't do, especially if you're coming from Africa, where the tendency to get away with certain crimes are higher. Over here, the laws bite a lot, meaning that the laws will not spare you if you mess around with some of these things. All right, so let me go straight to the first one here. The first one could be a misrepresentation, misrepresentation, meaning that if you give false information knowingly to deceive an immigration officer to help you get your papers in Canada, when you do find out, it will be a straight ground for them to remove you. They could charge you, they could buy you, and they could even deport you, depending on the extent. For example, you use fraudulent documents to, or you do something that is reported to the immigration officers that you committed a fraud with your information. People do this, especially in different parts of Canada. There are many people who are likely to be doing this, faking documents and stuff like that, just to deceive the immigration. If you are caught doing this, it will affect your immigration status in Canada. False representation, a fake marriage, or anything that is fraudulent document meant to deceive the immigration officer, especially if you are already in Canada, it will affect you. If you're trying to come to Canada and they find this, they will actually ban you from coming for 5 years. But if you're already in Canada, it will jeopardize your ability to become a permanent resident or a citizen, right? So be careful when you want to do some of these things. When I almost ran out of my permit when I finished school, I remember a friend connected me to somebody in Toronto, and the person said they could fake documents for me so that I can be able to get my permit and other documents. I thought about it and I said, you know what, I'm not going to do that. And I just cut myself from that friend, right? I wouldn't come here and do a master's degree only for me to go and fake documents just to get a permit. No way. I stayed away from that. All right. So you want to stay away from just fraudulent documents, especially if you can be verified and you can be caught, okay, to get immigration documents. Now, all right, aside from misrepresentation of information or facts to deceive an immigration officer, there are also crimes that are criminal offenses. You could be charged for these offenses. You could be prosecuted, and then if you get prosecuted and you are found guilty or with a conviction, and you could either be serving a jail time or you could straight be deported as well. So let's talk about them. Assault, all kinds of violent assaults is just one of them. You cannot assault somebody violently. In fact, it is something that could lead to a conviction, a charge and a conviction and a jail time. And if you do up to 6 months or more than 6 months, automatically that affects you. So meaning that those of us who are experts in fisticuffs, right, and the least thing, we are fighting people, stabbing people, doing all those kind of things, you may do them in Africa and be able to get away with it with the police. But the moment you are reported for being involved in a violent assault on somebody and you are found guilty, it will have a criminal impact on your immigration to the point that you may be denied your stay in Canada. All right, that is it there about violent offenses like assault. So if you are a spouse, you think twice before you hit your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, or your wife. It's not Africa where you can easily get away with things like this, right? So be careful, and be careful. This is Canada. The laws work here. Be very careful. All right. The least thing, what's the news? Some of these celebrities who assault people, you see what happens to them, huh? You will be jailed, though. They are even citizens. They are getting jailed. How much more you who haven't gotten your papers yet? They will send you back straight to your country to go and beat people there. You understand? This place is not an animal kingdom where we beat people. You understand? Civilized places, they don't encourage beating and assaulting people like that, okay? All right. Aside from assault, the other thing that can also jeopardize your stay here is driving related offenses that are considered to be criminal offenses. Driving related offenses, for example, driving under the influence of drugs. If you are convicted for having drugs in your car or for having drugs in your body, and a police officer stops you and they are able to determine, that can affect you. By drug, we're talking about hard drugs. Well, they just legalize weed, but there is a limit to which you can smoke and what you can do and what you can do. You better familiarize yourself before you go around messing around, because if you are found for using hard drugs, it is considered a criminal offense. You will be charged, you'll be prosecuted, and if you are found guilty, it will have an impact on immigration, whether permanent residence or your ability to become a citizen. If you are found guilty, you could also be jailed. And when you are jailed, it simply means that your dream of staying in Canada is over, okay? All right, it's illegal for immigrants. It's legal in Canada, but you need to be familiar with what you can do and what you cannot do. You cannot carry more than 3 kg of weed and be smuggling it, for example, or doing business with it without a license and without certain things. Be familiar with it, guys. The truth here is, if you are found for violating the use of hard drugs, you will be, look, if you're a citizen, you can get away with some of them. You only go to jail. But if you are not yet a citizen, you are going straight back to your country, right? If you are found guilty, you go straight back to your country. They will deport you. They will deny you the opportunity to stay in Canada, all right? So that is about the use of hard drugs or being under the influence, whether you are driving or not driving. Now, impaired driving can also lead to a criminal offense, which is prosecutable. And when you are charged, you go to jail. And when you finish your jail time, they will send you back to your country. For example, impaired driving here means that you're driving under the influence and it leads to an accident that affects other people. For example, it leads to an accident that kills somebody or injures somebody. Look, guys, even if you are not under the influence of drugs and you're driving, and you just even have an accident and the accident has a bodily injury or other people, it is no longer treated as a traffic offense. Note this. Any accident that leads to an injury on other people is no longer treated as a traffic offense. It's now treated as a criminal offense, meaning that you'll be prosecuted, and if you are found guilty, you're going straight back home and you'll be deported. You see, on that note, let me just share this. Give me 1 second to share this one here, okay? Let me see if I can find it. It is a story of a gentleman who is an immigrant, most likely trying to become a permanent resident, and he was involved in a car crash in Saskatchewan that led to the death of many other people. About 28 people in total have died so far. And what happened? He was prosecuted, found guilty. Eventually, as we are speaking now, he's currently doing his jail time. Okay, I have the story here, so I'm going to post the two of them. Copy and then paste here. So I'm going to paste it. Just bear with me, yeah? So if you look on the screen right now, you see, you can just click on that and read that, okay? Okay. So let me pin that so that you guys can read that. All right, so this gentleman was involved in a car accident. He got to a stop sign. He was supposed to yield at a stop sign. He didn't do that. And it led to an accident involving a bus. And many people lost their lives in Saskatchewan. Now, so look at it. This is just a normal accident. But the fact that it leads to the death or injury of other people is no longer a traffic offense. It will be treated as a criminal offense because your intent is to harm others. And at the end of the day, he was found guilty. As you're speaking now, he's serving jail time. I believe he came here with a dream of settling in Canada, but that dream has been cut short just because he got a license and he decided to drive and not observe the safety rules on the road. When you get a chance, please just copy that and go and read that story. It happened in Saskatchewan. Let me post a second story of this same guy where you see the full verdict in court, actually. All right, it's from India. This is not to say I am picking on my India friends. This me just sharing a more recent story just to make it easy for my followers to get. If I do come across stories of Africans, I will share that as well, okay? So I'm going to pin this one. Okay. Bible, why didn't you apply for your postgraduate? Because I was not on top of the information. I didn't know what I should have known, and so I delayed in applying. I thought I had enough time to sit and wait, and so I didn't actually. Anyway, let me stay on topic. So guys, when you read this story, it tells you that the gentleman was found guilty for reckless driving, and he has been given a jail time. Look at the number of years he's serving in jail as we speak. And right after that, what happens is that he will be deported right away to India. His whole dream of coming to Canada, permanent residence, becoming a citizen has been cut short just because he did not observe the driving rules. So here is it. You're going to come to Canada and you're going to be driving if you get your license. You're going to come here and you're going to be tempted to do things. Remember, crimes that you get away with in Africa, you don't get away with them easily in developed countries. You cannot just hit anybody and bribe a police officer. You cannot just hit anybody and hope that it will be gone. No. The moment you commit the offense, the law will take its course. It will deal with you. You don't just knock people and hit people and then they say, Fama Nyame, give it to God. Now God will they give. Now here, God know they give, God know they take. Oh. The law will deal with you mercilessly. They will not even deport you back. Oh. They will jail you first. When you finish the jail time, then they send you back home. Straight to the plane. You see him? You see him? So guys, be careful. When you come here, don't be a reckless driver. You've been doing 150 kilometers on the N1 in Accra. La Paz, you've been doing 150 kilometers, flying around like as if you are going for racing. As if say you're, okay, bring that nonsense here. Come and do reckless driving. And go and lead to accident and you see what will happen. Your driving license that you're excited to get, it will turn into your day of this thing. You see what thing have it a good so just be careful. When you come here, let your head stay calm. And remember, until you become a citizen, you are not safe. Even if you're a permanent resident, you are not safe. Even if you're a permanent resident, you commit certain offenses like the ones I'm talking about, your whole future is gone. You can't mess around like the citizens. Citizens, they can mess around and still just maybe get a jail time and then they are done. But you, a permanent resident or a student or a refugee, when you work with a lot of clarity in your mind. Somebody causes you trouble, slaps you, stay away, just walk away. The moment you initiate back, it will lead to something, and one thing leads to the other. Your roommate is worrying you, you have a roommate disturbing you, just walk away and go and sit somewhere and have your peace of mind. And pray, devil, pass away and pass me and go. Stay out of trouble. Many of our immigrants are in trouble today because they are not aware of these things and they fall into all kind of trouble. Remember this, reckless driving leading to an accident that affects other people, driving under influence of drugs, driving under the influence of alcohol. You've been taking 1950s, 1930, whatever, Guinness. You've been drinking Guinness and driving. You've been drinking beer and driving. You think it's normal. It makes your hair, you say it makes your eyes clear and you are able to see better and drive. In Ghana, you've been drinking and driving. Nothing happened. Come and try that nonsense in Canada. See what thing go happen to you. Come and put alcohol on your lip. Gin. Just, if they, see what thing go happen to you. I'm telling you, come here and try it. Come here, drink, drive. See what thing go happen to you. British Columbia has a record of having a lot of drunk drivers. Guys, don't mess around. I don't care whether you are an alcoholic or you love beer. You better drink beer home. If you have a car and you have alcohol inside you, stay away from that car. You jump on the road, you never know when the police will stop you. The moment they let you take the breathalyzer, even if you fail to take the breathalyzer, it's a whole crime on its own. They will take your breath. The moment they fire alcohol inside you, you are done. Your whole future is gone. I don't care whether you are an expert in when it comes to drinking. Maybe you are the president of Drinkers Association, whatever. I don't care. Stay out of trouble when you come here. The moment you know you are going to be drinking at a party, don't drive. Call an Uber. Get home on an Uber. Call a taxi. Get home in a taxi. Don't touch that key. Don't. Some of you know you've been drinking and driving, saying that they won't catch you. The day where they will catch you, now that way go say your whole life is gone just because of a small drink. Stay out of trouble. Stay out of trouble. Don't drink and drive. Don't drink and drive. I went to a party when we finished our coursework as a master's students. My friends, we had 15 Canadian students. No, we had 12 Canadian students and 4 international students in the class. 12 Canadian students and 4 international students. So we're 16 in total. When we finished our last paper and submitted our paper, our Canadian friends did a party and they invited us, the Africans, to it. We had 1 Russian among us, 3 Africans from Ghana and then 1 Russian. They invited us. Oh my goodness. You know these guys, they can drink, eh? The white people. When they drink, they can drink, oh. Look, what thing they do for Africa, no be joke. They drink and they forget their name, oh. As a taxi driver, I used to carry students who get so drunk, I struggle to just wake them up to give me their address. I'm just driving around in a circle. I don't even know where I'm taking them. They drink a lot. If you see a white person who is doing drugs, look, because here the freedom is too much, they drink a lot. If they are doing drugs, they do it really good. Eh? They don't even do dirty drugs. So now correct one way they do for here. Now correct booze way they drink for here. I was invited to this party. Me and one of my friends. Illegal. If you watch this video, we went. His nickname is Illegal. We went for the party. Can you imagine when we went? These guys were drinking and drinking. Look, they would drink and have... I won't even go into the details. Some of them would drink and they will have sex right there. They don't even care. They will just hold this person and kiss this person even if they don't know you. They would... Look, guys, that day, I look at myself. I say, hey, trouble. I'm in trouble. Oh. What do I do? Do I sit there and pretend I want to drink Coca-Cola when everything here is alcohol? Or I should just taste it when I don't even know how to drink? Guys, I took one of the bottles and I pretended I was drinking. I pretended I never drank, but I pretended I had to fake that I was drunk. I had to fake just to be able to get along so that I don't make them feel bad. I had to fake that I was drunk just so I can be able to blend in nicely with my friends. And I remember I never touched alcohol that day. I came home. Guys, I was not even driving at that time. We just walked back home. But it's so easy. You come here, you finish your paper. Oh, let's go to the club. Let's go for a small party. One thing leads to the other. One thing. Please, international students, you are watching me. Omo Naija, you guys, they love party a lot. A lot. You party a lot. Some Ghanaians, you party a lot. Some Caribbeans, non-stop party. Weekends, Fridays, Saturday, na bar where people they go for here. They go drink their life away and come back home. Guys, I don't know where they come from. But if you have a car, I'm not saying it's bad to drink. If you have a car and you are dreaming of driving that car to that party or the bar with alcohol inside you, I beg, think twice. At least call your parents back home and tell them, Mama, I'm about going to drink. Please pray for me. If they deport me, not this bottle. Guys, you see how I'm talking about this? Many people are in trouble because they were caught driving. As a taxi driver, you have no idea what I've gone through. You see, the times that taxi drivers make money are the weekends. Listen to this well. We make most of our monies on weekends. When I was taxi driving, Fridays and Saturdays, sometimes Thursdays, because those are the nights that people go to the clubs a lot. And here they go to club. It's not this one we do in Africa. Proper club, proper drinking. They will drink and drink and drink their whole salary. Some people take their salary and then go and drink all of it in the club. As a taxi driver, I made most of my money during the bar night. Because that is the time that we get a lot of tips from customers. It's around 3 a.m. They are desperate to go home. They cannot wait for taxi. So when they pick you, instead of $10 or $20, they will give you $30, $40, $50 tips. So most taxi drivers, we are always hanging around the bars trying to pick customers around that time. The kind of things I saw, it changed my whole mind. I say, I won't be like these people. Africans, Rwandans, people from different parts of Africa. They will drink their whole life away. They can't even remember their room numbers and their address. You wake them up in the car and they are like this. Please, are we getting close? What's the address? They are gone, completely gone. Imagine if these people end up driving their cars. Can you imagine a guy from Rwanda? He told me this was his house. I took him there, took him to the door. We knock. A white person come in and use an F word. This is not your freaking house. Go away before I call the police. What if I was not even there and this guy gets shot just because he's knocking on somebody's door in the middle of the night? Guys, I'm not saying it's bad to drink, but be careful. Know your places well. One beer bottle One was it the bad light or bad wiser or whatever, Hercules or Henneken or whatever. One bottle alone. No be hypertension for, no be alomo, no be giddy giddy. Those one where you go chop fufu and it will disappear in your eyes. So this one for here. Yeah, you go do one, you'll be in trouble. Eh? Before you go and drink Henneken or Hercules, or giddy giddy or Casapreco. You won't even find those ones. They're not correct ones where they get for you. Be careful. The white people here, many of them are citizens. When they are drinking, don't be stupid and drink like them. Don't touch that key. You know yourselves. If you've ever been in trouble for drinking and driving, you can comment and share your experiences. You will get away with it in Ghana, but you will never get away with it here if you are caught. It's a straight jail time. You will be suspended. Your license will be suspended. They will impound your vehicle right away. They're going to slap you with a fine, process you before court. And when you finish and you are convicted, jail time. After that, straight, you're going back home. Forget about your whole immigration. Forget about permanent residence. Forget about becoming a citizen. Forget about even getting a white woman to marry. You are still going back to your country. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful. All right. That is it about drunk driving. So guys, when you come here, drive safe. Drive safe. Don't be skipping red lights because you've been skipping them at Okponglo Junction and Madina Zongo Junction. Don't be skipping red light because you've skipped a lot of them in Ikeja. Don't be skipping red light here and stop sign because one thing may lead to the other. Your whole life will be over. Read that one. Read that one where they read. I've pinned it. This guy, he just skipped a stop sign and he killed almost 30 people, hockey players. He killed almost 30 people. Initially, about 16 of them died, and later on, about 12 of them died after that. About 30 people were killed just because this guy skipped a stop sign. Today, he's in jail. After that, he's going back to India to go and eat roti, to go and play cricket in India. Yes, his old dream is gone. Be careful. All right, my favorite one that I want to talk about. This one is going to go to the guys. I'm not saying that women don't commit this one. No, this one, mostly guys will be found guilty. The next one is a crime of touching the untouchables. The crime that is called touching the untouchables. You know the untouchables here? The teenagers. Beautiful teenagers. Beautiful teenagers. When you see them, their bodies are banging. When you see them, they look as if they are grown-ups. They are 14, 15, black and beautiful, white, Caucasian, beautiful. You see them, They love boys. They love black guys a lot. You'll be walking and you see them eye you in numbers. You say, hey, give phone number, do this, so. Untouchables. Teenagers, anybody below the age of 18, untouchable. This is not just Canada or anywhere. They are called untouchable. You see? These kids, teenagers, they have put a lot of immigrants into trouble. Stay away from them. Daughters of Eve, when you see these teenagers, sons of Adam, advise yourself. If you are a son of Adam and you see such daughters of and grandchildren of Eve, please know they have their forbidden fruits. In Africa, you've eaten a lot of them in the secondary schools. You didn't get caught. You've eaten a lot of them in JSS. You didn't get caught. Their parents actually even clap for you and told you to just pay their fees. Come and eat them here. You eat them and you see where you land. Mediterranean Sea. Guys, don't you joke with minors. The minors here, 15, 16, they are older than your 25, 26-year girls in Africa. Do you remember Akon sang a song, Blame It on Me? Put the blame on me. Put the blame. Do you remember that song? Do you know the story behind that song? Akon said, I didn't know she was a teenager. That girl looks so grown up. I didn't know. Guys, stay away from these untouchables. No matter how hot they are, stay away. You see, Here in Canada, in Europe, in the Western world, it is different from Africa. In Africa, men propose to women most of the time. The women will give us a tough time. We'll keep chasing them and proposing. Some of us even harass them sexually. But you see, because these things are not prosecuted, we think they are normal. Here, to even pursue somebody with a text message, if they report you like that you're harassing them. You see this one, what this guy does. Let me mention his name. I'm going to mention his name. Vibes in 5. Arnold Elavagnon. That he bring women on TV, be touching their boobs and be doing those things. Let's say that he touched the body of somebody who is a minor. Said, now jail where you go. Now jail where you go. Some of the things we do in Africa when we get away, you don't get away with these things here. You go to jail. Can you see the kind of things that are sending people to people are losing their jobs? The mayor of New York, the New York governor, Cuomo. Do you know why he just resigned? Allegations, so common allegations. Some say he touched me here. Some say he do this. The man that lost his job, he's gone. They don't joke with these things. The kind of crimes that the lecturer will commit. And students will say, oh, the lecturer was eating the girls and then he becomes something else and then we'll sweep it away. You don't try that nonsense here. We are going to jail. Teenagers are called jailbirds. Yeah, jailbirds. Bird. They can't fly you inside jail. Stay away. Stay away from jailbirds. Stay away from untouchables. Before you go and even test a girl and take their number, or if they ask you, even if they are the one who asks you for the number, please tell them to show you ID. Tell them that you want to go and see their parents for them to verify their ID. Check the age, check the date. Even if it's missing one day off here, please stay away. I'm just telling you that stay away, man. Many of our African brothers, we find ourselves in trouble because of this, man. I'm telling you, stay away. There are many people today who are in jail because they earned the wrong fruits. They've been eating it in Ghana and they got away. They've been eating it. You know, guys, we know ourselves now. I'm talking to my guys here. You know yourselves. We know ourselves, man. Some of the things that we do in Africa, JSS girls with the everybody with the the moment they develop a little bit of this, we are there. We are spoiling everywhere. We are spoiling everywhere. Spoiling all the best shit. Spoiling everywhere. We have been getting away with them. Don't try that nonsense in Canada. Not even in the US. Not even in Europe. You know, say if Namede is we try, maybe you might not even be like you. That your head will go chop off. But hey, I'm serious, guys. When you come here, you are going to feel like you are a new king and a new prince in town. You know why? The women will actually be proposing to you. Women know they shy to propose. Do you know how many white women will stop you? You that the African girls have been flexing you and telling you they can. When you come here and you're walking around there, you know what they will do? They are going to stop you and say, man, I like you. Can I get your number? You're so cute. They will actually stop you. They've stopped me many times to tell me this. No matter how ugly you are, they will stop you. So long as you are black. They have a perception that blacks are so good sexually. They have a certain perception about black men. Please. Even when you go to a club, be careful. Some of these girls you see there, they are below 18 years old. They look big. They look grown up. Stay away. Stay away. All the untouchables that you've eaten, keep them in Africa. When you come here, I beg you, stay away. Even your own wife, where you marry her, if they come out things there in the night and she tells you no, 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 continue doing it. Make it shout no and call 911. You go date the way you go regress in your own wife. I'm telling you that here, the legalism is big, man. It's not like Africa where you can slap your wife and say, I want to have sex, and you say no. You don't do that nonsense here. You're touching her and she tells you no, you stop. You better pray that she doesn't dial 911 and say that you are forcing her to have something against her will. You see where you go sleep the next day. Ghana, Waju, Dofsu, all of them, they sleep. Oh. So we abuse so many things and we think it's so normal. You come here, try that nonsense. Have you heard of anybody who is in trouble because they fled around, or they just tested, or they were just sexting or testing just somebody who is a teenager in the developed country? Most of them will be prosecuted. And if they get found guilty, you will possibly not get your immigration papers here. Forget it. Now, beyond all these crimes that I've talked about, guys, the overall implication could also be on your job. Most jobs, when they want to hire you, they'll run a background check on you. It's called a sector vulnerability check or a security check or something. Do you think these records will not show that you are a sex offender, that maybe you're a pedophile, or maybe you've been messing around with jail girls and kids? This place, don't mess around with them. Don't, please. My African brothers, some of you are handsome. They are going to be telling you. The women will flock you. All these women who have been messing around with you in Africa, you propose to them and they are giving you BP. They are chopping your money and not maybe agreeing. So you come here and you see all of a sudden a white woman is all over you. You are so excited. Please go for the correct one. So correct one mean the one way the age they proper in mind they. Make you not go for the one we go put you for trouble. Some of our friends, their whole dreams have been cut short just because they did not know how to pick the right daughters of Eve. Stay away from jail girls or jail birds. Teenagers who look so big, high school kids who look so big, and they are walking around looking for black guys and asking them for their number and telling them you're so cute and so hard. Can I have your number? Can we meet somewhere? Can we have a little bit of fun? If you end up committing to any of them and you get away, thank God. Even tomorrow, you can even... Guys, if you ever get caught, you are going to be singing Akon's song, Put the Blame on Me. I didn't know she was a teenager. I hope this is good. So guys, stay away from generally offenses until you become a citizen. If you are not a citizen, stay away. Some people will say, oh, you are not having fun. So those of you who say that Canada is boring, okay, go to a place where it's so hot and you go around and you mess around. There is a way to have fun, but make sure your fun does not lead to messing around or messing up your destiny. All right? So basically, that is what I want to just bring along your way. And I hope that this goes a long way to help somebody. Share this video. If you're planning to come to Canada, please watch this video. It will set you right so that when somebody pushes your red button and you get so angry, you think twice before you slap the person back, or you accost the person, or you assault the person. If somebody messes around with you as a housemate, you think twice before you act. Even if somebody offers you a ride. Recently, I was talking to somebody in South Africa. Those of you in South Africa, you know, even if you sit in somebody's car and they have a drug or drugs in the car, if something happened, you are all going to be found and you are all going to be prosecuted just because there was drug found in the location that you were at. Choose your crowd wisely. Choose to be at the right place. Stay away from things that can jeopardize your future. God bless you so much. I will be doing more sessions on my YouTube channel as well on other things. I hope you have subscribed to my YouTube channel, Choco Millionaire, the same name. I have about 120 videos there, and I hope to connect with you again. It's a Sunday. The only reason why I'm doing this video on Sunday is because Arsenal gave me a little bit of blood pressure. So I decided to come and do a video and release the tension. Arsenal messed up my Sunday. 2-0. 2-0 home. Bless you guys, all right? Okay. All right, so guys, this is not a Q&A. It's just me sharing information. If you have no question related to what I talked about, unfortunately, I will not. Kingsley, I'm seeing your question, but because it's not related to what we are discussing, I'm not able to answer it. God bless you. And if you enjoyed this, please leave me a review at the top of my page. There is a review button there. Leave a review. Let others know about this page so that we can help ourselves. We live in an information age. The lack of information can cost us our future. Let's share and let's bless people with information. God bless you. Remember, you don't need more money. You need more wisdom. God bless you. Bye-bye.